Hi, Ben here from Numbergroup, here to give you an outline of what happens once you've signed up with us. So you've come through to our website, you've chosen your 0800 number, you've added it to your basket, and you've obviously ordered it. Or alternatively, you've gone through and you've gone for our PBX solution, and you've also signed up through that. You filled this in, and you've submitted that off to us. Now, what happens next? Well, the request will come through to us in our office, and we will then review your request and set up your account. It is not automated, so you will not get an automatic response. The only exception being the free hosted PBX accounts. These are set up automatically, so you shouldn't need to wait for those. However, the 0800 number accounts are not automatically set up. They are manually set up by ourselves for a few reasons, and so once we have received your request, we'll review it, and once we've created your account, you'll receive an email from us basically advising that your account has been created and that you need to verify your email address via the link in the email that's been sent through to you. We'll then usually contact you once your account has been fully set up to basically outline the features that are available and what you can do with your account. Okay, so what is the trial and what does it basically include? So a trial is exactly that, it's a trial. We appreciate that some people may be unfamiliar with Numbergroup as a company, and so therefore a little bit dubious about the products we supply. So we therefore decided that it would be a good idea to allow people to sign up for free and trial the products we offer, and obviously if they then like what they see, they like the way that our service works and it suits their business needs, then obviously they can choose to continue and continue using our services on a full-time basis. So that's basically the whole point behind the trial side of things. Now, in order to trial the service, obviously you need to be able to use it, but obviously we have a few issues with regards to fraudulent sign-ups and so forth, which unfortunately are very common these days within the telecoms industry. Hence why there are some certain restrictions on your trial account. So when you sign up with us for your free hosted PBX account, you'll automatically get a login, and then you'll be able to set up the service, you'll be able to log into the portal, and you'll be able to make a few calls. Now, we only supply a very limited amount of credit for obvious reasons. Once that credit has been expired, we will assume that you've trialed the system, and at that point we'll then advise, would you like to continue with the service? Are you happy with the service? And so on and so forth. Now, another question we get asked quite frequently is why do we ask for security deposits? Why is that necessary? Well, going back to the first point, really, we get a lot of fraudulent sign-up requests through the website. The whole process is fairly anonymous. We obviously don't know who's coming through to us. So the reason we ask for security deposits is literally because if we can't identify the business that you're coming from, say you're a new business, or we can't basically identify certain aspects about your business, we can't basically verify that you are going to be a reliable customer. Now, don't take this personally. It is nothing personal. It is literally just for the sake of it's just taken from a business point of view. So if we ask you for a security deposit, it's not that you failed a credit check or anything like that. We don't perform any credit checks against your company. We literally just do some background checks from our own side to see if we can extend your line of credit. If we can't, then what we will do is we will ask for a security deposit which is equal to your monthly credit limit. Now, in certain circumstances, the lowest we'll go is £20. If you think that your credit limit you'll need a higher amount of credit than that, that is no problem. You would just obviously ask for the higher amount to be paid to us, and then once we have received that, we can then apply that against your account, apply you a line of credit, and then your account will be then fully activated and you're free to use it as you see fit. Okay, so the next most common question we get asked after sign-ups is to do with billing and payments and so on and so forth. So I'll go through the the charges now. So if you've signed up for an 0800 number, the call rates are actually listed on the page that you browse to. It's actually just here. So there the charges are in as clear as we can make them. So in most cases, people terminate their calls to either UK landline or UK mobile, and obviously the costs are outlined there, but I will read them out just to say clear. So to a landline, it's 1 pence per minute. There is a 10 pence minimum call charge, and that applies to all calls. And if the call should originate from a UK mobile phone, there is an additional 2 pence surcharge to the per minute call. So if someone from a UK mobile calls your 0800 number and it's being diverted to a UK landline, you will be charged 3 pence per minute, and there will also be a 10 pence minimum call charge. So basically, if the call lasts for 3 minutes, you would in theory have been charged 9 pence, so the minimum call charge of 10p will still apply. If the call lasts for 4 minutes, 3 4s are 12, which would equal 12p, the charge for that call would be 12p. So basically, if the call charge was going to be below 10p, you would still be charged the flat level of 10p. If it's above 10p, you'll be charged the amount for that total call would have cost. And the same principle applies to a UK mobile, except it's slightly more expensive. So instead of 1 pence per minute, it's 1.5 pence per minute, but still with the 2 pence surcharge if the originating call comes from a UK mobile phone, and also with the 10 pence minimum call charge applying to that as well. Now, other billing information can be found within your portal. So if you log into your portal, on the summary page, you'll actually have a list down here of bills. Now these are the invoices we send you. Now obviously when you first sign up, you won't have any bills available. As time goes on, these will become available to you. Now one thing we do obviously need to make you aware of is that we only generate invoices if your bill is £4 or higher. So if your monthly total comes under that, we will not send you an invoice for that amount. Now customers of the free PBX service may obviously find that they come into this category because we don't charge anything for the numbers, for the rental, or anything like that. We literally only charge you for your calls. So you'll only really be accruing any debit on your account if you're making calls. So just to make you aware that the invoices are sent out on the 1st of every month, and we expect payment by the 10th day of the month, so on the 10th, and the cut-off day for non-payment is the 14th. Now we have 3 payment methods available. You can pay via PayPal, you can pay via BACS, and you can also pay via direct debit. Now the PayPal and BACS information is sent out in the invoices when it is sent out on the 1st of the month. So if you choose to pay by that method, then please follow the instructions in your invoice to pay your bill. A direct debit needs to be set up at least a month before it can become active. So if you get a bill on the 1st of the month and think, oh God, I wish to pay by direct debit, even if you sign up then, it will not be active for that month. So you would need to do a manual payment for that month. From the following month onwards, it would then be active. If you want to sign up to a direct debit, please look in the description box for this video if you're on YouTube. I'll also put a link to it at the end of the video so you can obviously link to it, and obviously then you sign up through our third-party supplier who basically deals with our direct debits. That then gets sent back through to us. We then apply that to your account, and you will then be used. We'll then obviously take your payment via direct debit, and that covers the billing side of things. Okay, so what happens if you have any more questions or you have any other queries about how to use the portal and so on and so forth? If you browse the website support.numbergroup.com, it will actually take you through to our support centre. Now in this there's many written guides about how to do various things. For example, if we go to what are my bill payment options, it supplies you all the information you would need about setting up a direct debit. There's the link, and also the bank account information, and also the PayPal pay information as well. So various things like that are on there. If you're interested about video guides, so if you're not quite entirely sure how to use the portal, for example, you're not sure how to add or remove numbers, how to set up the number translations, how to do IVRs, stuff like that, you can go to our video guides section and you should see that there are about 13 or so guides set up there to basically enable you to, which will basically walk you through the process of getting those set up. Ones that will probably be of interest will be adding and removing numbers, number translation, and there's also the setup guide for the Lunar PBX mobile app. That's obviously one of the most commonly asked questions, how we get that set up. That basically video outlines all the steps you would need to obviously get the mobile app working with your setup. And that's basically it. Obviously, if there is anything that isn't covered on here, and I will admit that there are probably maybe a few things that aren't, maybe a few questions or a few holes on there, then by all means email us at support@numbergroup.com or call us on 0800 310 1010, and we will obviously answer your questions the best we can. Well, I hope this combination of videos has been helpful after your sign up. As I say, we'll be in touch shortly with information about your new account, and hopefully with this information going forward, you should be set to take full advantage of your new account with ourselves.